السلام عليكم. لا تنسوا الاعجاب بالفيديو والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لنستمر بنشر المزيد ان شاء الله.
You'll be then questioning, why does someone have to die? Why does someone have to feel this pain? It's only then you will be thinking outside the box of enjoyment. Remember, you're right. We are focusing too much on our enjoyment, on our happiness, which we are constantly, searching and longing for. The reason you will work is not because, maybe you personally, most people work to get some money. Some people work because it's a passion to work, research maybe, but others work to get some salary at the end of the day so I can spend it on clothes, on shopping, on food, on theaters, on whatever. That's the reason some people work. If you didn't have restrictions of finances, any money was not a problem at all, what would you do to your life? You can buy any clothes that you want. You can go to any restaurant outlet that you want. It's not a problem. What would you do? Are you going to say, it's boring life because I've had enough of all these labels, enough of eating out? The way that you will think then and the way you're thinking now will be different. But some people are like that. I don't know how they don't think the reality is. But one of the things, definitely, whether someone's a staunch atheist who doesn't believe in God at all, when this suffering afflicts them, they don't say, oh, Santa Claus help me. They don't say, oh, Superman help me. Imagine you're on a plane, right, and the engine's not working anymore, it's going to fall from the sky. And the pilot says, that's it, pray your last prayer, whatever you believe in. At that point, you're not going to say, oh, let me call my boss or my manager, maybe they can help. Let me speak to these characters of fiction, Batman, Superman, whatever, right? You're not going to say that. At that point, think, if you were in that situation, who would you call to? You will feel helpless, powerless, and you're going towards your impending doom, your death. At that point, who would you be calling? You'll still have hope because you want to live. You'll say, I want to live. Who are you going to call? We know who people call. We know from experience.
You think you know what others think, and you think
no,
you know what
we know from
feel.
people's experience.
You don't know it.
The experience. I mean,
you're saying that there's like one universal thought or one universal feeling and one universal humankind.
So
okay,
fine.
And that's you shouldn't like universe.
You can do a simple research. There are lots of atheists around today. Some of them go through this experience. Ask them to give them a true account of what really happened, how they felt. That will be a personal, first-hand account of how they felt. Do they just simply say, that's it, oh, what can I do? There's no one to help me. Just embrace it? Or do they have hope and you turn to some superpower, oh, help me, oh, God, help me, or something like that? What do they do? Don't take my word for it. Ask them for a personal, first-hand experience. The people who are atheists, do you know why the atheism is something they believe in? Is it because scientific advancement has led them to somehow say that there is no God? Is it because of science they have said, now we know the answers to everything, there is no God? Is this why people become atheists? Most of atheism is a reaction to people's belief that they're brought up with. Maybe Christianity. Unlikely.
Religion brings violence, which is most of them brings their evidence from Islam.
Of course. Whereas
brings peace. They always excuse Islam for their argument. You have to remember that as well.
Atheists become atheists.
I know atheism grows when science develops. That's true.
So atheists.
But also, their excuse from Islam, which is a violent religion.
Which atheists have you spoken to?
Which atheists?
Yeah. I have spoken to many atheists here in this park. Which atheists have you got this information from?
Not an atheist. Do not mention about Islam being violent.
Which atheists say that?
I never heard anyone.
No, you are giving me an explanation.
Without Islam, the atheists
What I'm asking from this gentleman is, you say these are the transformation reason of atheists from Islam. So, which atheist have you spoken? They give you this reason. So what I'm saying is this. I know you want to heckle this conversation. No problem. You can join in.
You're not happy.
No. I know you don't want to heckle. He's a non-heckler.
To be.
What I'm asking is this. Atheism is not driven by solid facts of science, and that's it, and that's why they prove there's no God. Many of these atheists is a reaction to Christianity, perhaps, or some other religions, where they find stories that they cannot reconcile with the scientific facts they're coming up with. They cannot believe in a God, as depicted in Christianity, for example, which doesn't make rational sense, like the concept of a Trinity. Things like this. Why are you, for example, not a staunch believer in the Creator? Ask yourself now, without even telling me. Is it because that you have now evidence against the Creator? That this universe, this cosmos doesn't need a Creator? This universe just came by itself? Maybe you're thinking automatically, how can this guy, me, deny evolution? This is how things...
Maybe we just don't care.
Maybe you don't care, exactly. People don't care because they are not concerned.
Like there were like millions, not millions, but like a bunch of religions before and after, and like they all think they have the universal truth. So if we just all stop with thinking that, like a lot of people would be like less wars. Like the main source of people who were killed was by religion. The main source of problems within countries is because of religion. So
okay.
But I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You told me the Quran never changed. So every Muslim follows it.
It's reading the same and recitate the same thing.
They have access to it.
We went to Egypt, and the Muslims there don't want to give me a hand.
Yeah.
Or won't look in my eyes.
Yeah.
But you do it.
I see.
So why is
This
that?
is the practicing of the message, but the message is there. Message is there, but how you practice it.
What's the
Yeah, but that's
message?
not in the Quran, that we cannot shake hands with women or look into the eyes. It's, as you said, it's the practice of implementing Islam in our own life as the Prophet Muhammad did.
But isn't that dangerous that people are practicing it on other
In different ways?
Yeah, different ways.
Well, there are some people who are, I will say, to be honest, they are more devoted than others. Some people sometimes do make errors as well of judgment, but you must forgive all this. As long as there is a form of respect anyway. Even if I look into your eyes, for me there is nothing else in it. I mean, but in a generally speaking, God has put some limits in our interaction with women or opposite sex, or women with men. So some like to implement things they can do, and some other not possibly can do it, or you can do it at a time and another time you cannot do it. We all were on the test, and always we try to do our best to please our Lord. And I ask forgiveness from from my God to forgive me for looking into your eyes or something like that as well. So
The teaching is there to lower the gaze. The teaching.
He said the practice of Prophet Muhammad. This is absolutely wrong. What he said is absolutely wrong, because Prophet Muhammad used to sit with women, he used to eat with them on the same plate. The practice that the history, the thing that we read in books is absolutely wrong about Islam. Islam has nothing to do with violence, my friend. Nothing. Zero.
Your own statement about absoluteness, something tells you that you need to.
He said practice of Muhammad. No, this is what you read in the books, the wrong Arabic books, history.
Clearly not. Clearly not. So in terms of Islam teaches us to lower our gaze, both men and women.
Well, I think we should finish.
But sure. What we're saying is here, in the matters of conveying the message of Islam, we create this balance. If you were dressed very provocatively, I wouldn't be looking at you. I would create this balance. You're dressing modestly, and that's why I'm having this balance. But clearly, it wouldn't be the same exactly if someone came in a bikini, for example. I probably would be speaking to you and just talking to you through him and so on and so forth, like this, engaging with you, but not engaging with you. So yes, it's the teaching. Some people may take it literally, like that's it. Every woman, you don't look at it gazely, but
do you think like groups like ISIS, do they take it too literally, or
forget this ISIS? They're crazy individuals. They're all lost, crazy, and they should be.
And they call them the enemy of Islam.
Yeah, they should be sorted out properly because they have been created.
that's not
Born in the heart of Islam.
No.
They were
So
supported by
to coming back. Yes, people don't believe in a creator because of carelessness. But think about it. One day we will die. Or do you think you don't care that I'm going to die or not? You're going to die. 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 I'm going to die one day. When? We don't know. We hope to live for another, what? People don't live more than 120 years, 130 years anymore.
do we hope to live again?
People today, we know, don't live for more than 120, 30 years any longer. Average is like this, right? Not average. The lifespan in extremities. So, you don't hope that you're going to live for 200 years. That means when you die, all of that will end. Was that the purpose of your life?
Maybe there is no purpose.
When you say, look how envious, how jealous this gentleman is because a Muslim was speaking to someone and conveying this message. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. This is what creates division. We're trying to share and have this understanding that, look, at the end of the day, you make your decision, whether you want to believe in God or not.
Are you okay with that?
What you believe in is up to you. No one can force you and take your belief away from you.
They do.
No one. Not even you.
They do.
I don't
So
feel
that
like
means
that's a
There are
shared,
places they do.
I feel
Not
like
in England.
like they were in Iran or Iraq.
we are only raising your understanding and awareness
Save them when they die.
that we should not live our life
Jesus said, I
like
will.
animals, but we should seek and implement the purpose of our life. If you believe your purpose of life is to be happy, that's the purpose you've made yourself. But think beyond this materialistic world. Your eyes that he mentioned has a purpose. You did not decide that. You did not decide the purpose of your eye, neither did your parents, sitting in a laboratory in a blueprint saying, you know what, my children will have blue eyes and the purpose of the eyes will be to acquire vision. They did not sit down, or you did not sit down and say, the lungs, the purpose I'm fixing for the lungs is to breathe in and exchange the gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide, so that you can then circulate the, in your system and get energy out of it. You did not design any of that. All part of your body has a set function which you did not set. Whole you together, all of it, all organs together as your one body. What is that set function that you did not set? What is that set purpose, function that you did not set? You see?
But you said it.
Yeah, you did not set. So the purpose, you can't say, oh, my purpose is to have a cigar and be happy, because you are making that purpose. You are not in control of making the purpose of your heart and your lungs and your liver and your kidneys and your circulatory system and your digestive system, in your hearings, in the brain, in the nervous system. You did not have any of that involvement in setting what they do. When you are in sleep, do you say to your heart, carry on beating? Do you say to your lungs, carry on exchanging gases? You don't. Who set all that?
But your parents made you.
Our parents were only a means, but they were not the ones who gave us life. Do you know why? Do you know why they were not the ones to give us life? When somebody says our parents has given us life, it assumes the parents have the ability, the capacity to give life. That means, just to answer your question, if a child dies then the parents should be able to give life again to the child, right? Because they gave the first time. If you believe that the parents gave someone life, remember, a procreation process is different from instilling life. If life disappears from us right now, I'm going to fall. I'm going to just fall and I won't be able to stand. There's something called living life force, life. If that goes away, it does happen to perfectly healthy individuals. If that goes from my body, I will just fall, drop on the floor. I won't move anything, nothing will happen.
Yeah, it's not okay.
I won't be able to speak, I won't be able to do anything. So
I think we're going to leave. So
yeah, sure, I'm going to summarize now. Conclusion. If the parents were able to give life, then they should be able to give life again second time, and the third time, and the fourth time.
I don't understand why,
but I'm saying the parents are not able to give life when the children die. That tells us, because parents cannot. Have you seen a parent when the children die, they give life again to the same child?
No, but why does it have to be like that?
No, parents don't want the children to die. When they die, why do they cry? And why are they not able to give life? The fact that they cry and they hope the child didn't die tells you that they were not the one who had the ability to give life. Because if they did, then they would be able to give life again. So who gave us life?
I think we're leaving. It was very nice
Take care.
speaking to you.
Thank you.
Take care.
إن أعجبك الفيديو لا تنسى الإعجاب والاشتراك في القناة.